Hi, folks, and welcome back inside Manhattan College Athletics. Christian Heimall speaking with the head coach of Manhattan Women's Lacrosse, Elizabeth Weber. And Coach, season ended on a pretty strong note, actually. 3 straight MAC wins towards the end of the year. Just talk about the way the season ended for you guys.
It definitely ended on a high note. I think the excitement was there. I think we finally understood what was being asked of them by the coaching staff and kind of the philosophy and the hard work and all the little things that add up to the big picture were starting to being taken care of, and they figured it out, and we beat Niagara, we beat Iona, and I think that was an awesome way to end our 2014 season.
When you look at the way the season ended, how much momentum does that give this team going into the offseason, going into next year?
I think it kind of builds a lot of confidence. I know that was something that we struggled with a lot this season, confidence and knowing that we were good enough and knowing that we were good enough to be on the field and all those things. And I think it kind of sets the tone and puts us on a high note to start the fall of 2014 and going into next season as well.
The seniors been through quite a bit, 4 coaches if you include the one who even recruited them to come to Manhattan College, but how much of a role did they play in the late season success?
I really think it was them who started the trend. They really stepped up at senior day and kind of set the tone, and then carried through the last 2 or 3 games of the season. And I really think because of their hard work and their dedication through the past 4 years, they never gave up and never said, you know what, our coaches aren't believing in us, or our coaches are just kind of here for 1 or 2 years. We're going to throw in the towel and kind of just, you know what, give up. I think they've really stuck it out the past 4 years and really showed their commitment to the team. I'm sorry.
When you look at the end of the season, how much of a breather do you give yourself before you ramp things up for next year? Are you already in the process of getting ready for next season?
I think we're giving ourselves a break. I really haven't started thinking about next season yet. I will probably at the beginning of June, but as all coaches know, we all need a break and a little time to ourselves. And it has been a whirlwind for me coming in the middle of September and really hitting the ground and running and never looking back and just kind of starting and never stopping. So I'm excited for a break, but I'm definitely excited to get started again.
Team got some accolades at the end of the year. Christina Fiorinelli and Megan Yarusso named to all MAC teams. What do those 2 players mean to this squad?
I think Christina is the anchor to our defense. I think she has improved tremendously throughout the season, and I think she has more room to improve next year. And I think having a veteran goalie as a senior in the cage next year will be an awesome thing for us to have. Our defense really stepped up this past season, and I'm looking for the same thing going into next year, and I know they'll be able to get the job done, but I think having her in cage will just be an added bonus for us come next year. And Megan, she's a great kid and a great player, and I know she had a mid-season injury which caused her not to be able to play, but she worked her butt off from the first day I've been on campus until the day she couldn't play, and I think she'll be in tip-top shape when she comes back, and she'll be better than she ever was. So we're excited for her.
I know you said you're not going to really get started again until maybe the first week of June, but as you look forward to the fall or maybe even the spring of next year, what's the biggest step for this team?
I think just putting the past behind us, knowing that we need to work harder than we ever did this year, just really realizing that hard work is what's going to pay off in the end. And if there's one single day that we decide, you know what, we don't want to do this, or oh, we have a million other things that are holding us back, that's what's going to hold us back. And I think just really making that leap of faith and putting our whole self into the program and believing in each other will really help us moving forward next year.
Elizabeth Weber, head coach of Manhattan Women's Lacrosse, the Jaspers, end the season on a high note and look to build on next year in 2015. Until then, I'm Christian Heimall, and thanks for joining us inside Manhattan College Athletics.